Good evening, everyone. I'm Leanne, Winston, psychic medium, and I'd like to welcome you to Tuesday night shows. I'd like to also welcome back Darrell Whitfield. Sorry, and I can't getting tongue-tied already. And Annette Kirkwood. Hi, guys. How you going?
Not bad. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good.
I think
Thanks
I'm
for having
starting
me
to
on.
wake up. You are very welcome. It's lovely to have you both join me on a Tuesday night. So something a little bit different. Saves sitting in front of the telly, doesn't it?
That's it. Well, we are in front of TV.
Yeah, well, true. Very true. Just a bit different than the old box normally. So we've got some people putting comments here in the background already, so we will bring them up shortly. So we'd like to ask you guys before we jump in and start answering your questions. We've got a subject we'd like to talk about a little bit first as well. So we'd love to have you guys help us spread the love. And if you know somebody that is interested or very much into this sort of stuff that we do here every Tuesday night, please send them a message, drop them a SMS or something and let them know that we're here, or they can catch the replay, at any time. We're live currently. So welcome to everybody that is coming in. We've got a few viewers coming on already. Wonderful. So what we thought we might do tonight is start off by talking about spirit guides. Darrell has a lot of expertise more so on that sort of side of it. So if you've got questions that you would like to ask, put them down below and we will try to answer as many of them as possible. So, Darrell, you've had a lot to do with spirit guides and that side for a while now. Would you like to share some of your knowledge?
Well, with spirit guides, I mean, everybody has spirit guides. And a lot of people don't realize that we can have dozens and literally dozens of spirit guides that are around you. But at any particular time, we may only have about 4 or 5 that are literally around us close. They're the ones that are usually working with us. And this is how I feel it is that I believe that they work through our emotions, and they will usually go to the actual being and work through their emotions to help them through any situations that they may be in, and giving them advice and giving them guidance through that. Sometimes we may be talking to somebody and all of a sudden we might say something without realizing that we said it, and then think, well, how come I said that? That's more than likely your spirit guide that's talking through you, and it's just sort of just blurted it out. So spirit guides can be very, very handy. I mean, Annette, you've got a Native American Indian male that's around you, and Leanne, you've got an Egyptian female that's around you. I don't usually see the females that often, but yeah, it's quite nice actually to see that one, because that's usually to do with on the philosophy side. Yours is, because that's it's got the white gown and everything else there. I actually feel like it's more to do with the philosophy side of things, and that's back in Egypt. I feel more like it was how can I put it? You know how they used to deal with all the astronomy and all the stars and everything else like that? Yeah. Well, that's to do with the higher up, the spiritual people, or whatever you want to call it. And I feel like that was one of those ones that's around you, and that's what's giving you a little bit of encouragement in regard to the spiritual side of things, and in guiding you in that direction as well. Whereas the Native American Indian one for you, Annette, is actually guiding you with the strength to be able to get the confidence to be able to go forward and do the things that you need to do and learn more on the spiritual side. We all learn heaps, and the spirit guides are there to be able to help us in every way possible. They may be able to help us through our emotions with our work, our home environment, the people, relationships, things like this that's all around us. And they will give us guidance, they'll give us little signs and different things to be able to help us along that way. It's a little bit more higher, I suppose, vibrational frequency level than the spirits that we have of our loved ones. So they're the ones that are able to give us really, really good information on a good level. So that's why the spirit guides, I feel, that are around there.
Well, that explains this, Darrell. This book fell out when, I'm always saying, when will I meet my spirit guides? La, la. Well, this book fell off, and it was the native wisdom. And it was saying, and I had the feeling it might be that, and you've just said that. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
That's all right. Yeah, and you're actually, Annette. Yeah.
Pardon?
Annette, that one that's around you, that's to do with healing as well, though. You have another one there in there that's to do with healing. That's a female one.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Itchy. Cool, thank you.
The spirit guides are there a lot, aren't they, Darrell? Like, we can call on them and ask them to help us with situations in our life, things that we've got going on at any time. So what would be the best way, in your opinion, to do that?
I always believe that meditation is actually the best way to communicate with any spirits. You can call your spirit guides into a meditation. You can call your loved ones into a meditation. You can call the archangels, anyone you actually want in there. So I find that meditation is the best, most accurate way of getting hold of your spirit guides, finding out who they are, and believe it or not, you can actually get their names, whether they've got it already assigned to them or whatever, or whether or not you can give them one. I actually, many years ago, I was actually at a place and my spirit guide came through and I started channeling Native American Indian, and yet I wouldn't know how to speak that if I tried. And so I did this for quite a while, but I found out that he was actually, his name was actually real. And the photo and the description that I found of him was actually real. His name was Two Moons. And when I looked on the Googled and everything else, Two Moons came up and his picture was there. So we can actually do things like that too. You go into a meditation, you can actually find them. You may be able to find who your spirit guide is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's incredible, isn't it? I know when my youngest, that is now nearly 16, was only about 3 to 4 years of age at going to daycare while I was working, she'd come home and talk to me about this white wolf that would visit her at daycare, and then it'd go off to kindy and across the road to the school. And she would always know the certain times of the day, and I always seemed to match the story she told me. Now, for a 3 to 4 year old, can't normally spell. Well, my daughter couldn't at that age. She actually spelt his name out to me being Pecker, and I actually went and started Googling it, and I ended up having a emperor come up that was murdered by his own people through politics and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff she was explaining to me as the white wolf was what I was being able to find in bits and pieces of history to do with this emperor. So it was really interesting seeing my daughter back then sort of coming up with this information, and it was incredible, the story she would tell. The daycare people actually wanted to write a book on it.
Sure, that's it. And the good thing you said about that, actually, with the spirit guides as in animals, and spirit guides can be animals. Okay, we don't necessarily just have like, as I say, human spirit guides that are around us. We can actually have animals as well as spirit, and that includes dolphins or whales and any type of animals. Mostly the ones that I find are like the wolves and the ones that the bear, owl, things like that signify. And in that way, everyone's got all different ones. They don't necessarily have to all have the same.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. So they're there, we can call on them any time. It's trusting what we feel as well, sort of thing. So do you believe it's a great idea for people to work out who their spirit guide is themselves? Or I'm not a big believer in going to a medium and asking the medium who they are, sort of thing. I like to see people actually, and I think it was probably because I was forced to by one of my mentors, is to do the meditation, do the work, and to meet my guides in that sacral place. So what are your thoughts on that, guys?
You guys
know what I'm going to say. Yeah, you both
go for it. Go on.
For a whole year, who's my spirit guide? Who's my spirit guide?
And that's the thing, though. I think it's something that comes to you when the time is right.
Yeah.
That's just my
you find it. Yeah, with spirit guides like that, if you are interested in it, then check it out. But if you're not really interested in it and you don't really sort of worry too much about it, just don't worry about it. Just let it go. You only sort of need to delve into it if you want to go that direction.
And that's the thing. Do we really need to know who they are?
A lot of people want to, but some don't really care. I've told people, like who their spirit guides are around them, and they go, "Oh, yeah, okay." It's like as if they don't really care about it. So some do, some don't.
It doesn't always have a great meaning at that time, but it's something that might resonate with people a little bit later. So, guys, if you've got any questions that you'd like to know about spirit guides in general, even, or any other questions like that, please feel free to put them in the comments, and we'll try to get to as many of you as well. I can see there are quite a few comments here where people are asking general questions as well, so please try and keep your questions more direct so we can get to you to as many as possible. Thank you, Brian. Lovely to see you on here. So we're going to go to the question after Marie. English would speak. Hi, I'm not doing well with English tonight at all.
Yeah.
Mariah says, hi, does any of their family members that have passed have a message or some guidance for me, please? Who would like to take that one?
Do you want to bring it up on the screen first, Leanne?
Oh, it should be.
Thanks.
You can't see that.
No.
Hang on, let me just find it because it has moved down on the.
We have Brian's
post.
happy face up there at the moment.
Yeah, I'm
You still
reading
got
his photos.
Brian. Oh goodness, I'm actually looking for Brian's comment because I know. There we go. So let's try this again. I had it on my end. How's that? Did that work this time?
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Beautiful.
All good. Do you want to try this one, Annette?
Yeah, I think no. I can't do the family members that have passed, but with the guidance, I think that she's got attachments to a male, and I'd like to pull her a card if that's okay.
Go for it.
That came out quickly as well. Celebration, a positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success, enjoy your achievements. See that? How she's flying, she's moving along. Yeah. And then gentleness, be kind to yourself and others, honour your gentleness, speak, I'm scratching because that's what happens, speak words of love, not, words carry energy, speak words of love, keep going. The attachments are leaving you. Yeah. What do you guys say to that?
I think that's so true too, and that's something for people to think, to remember. Words do carry energy. If we keep those words going, the energy keeps going. So it's just something for people to think about, or another way of looking at things as well. So for me, I've got a beautiful. I feel like I've got a grandfather and a grandmother that's coming in. Now, I'm not sure if I've got them on the same side of the family or it's one each side at the moment. But I want to start with the grandmother. She's got this beautiful, loving, soft energy around her, and I just get this beautiful glow. I feel there was a lot of pride taken in her hair and her makeup, so she always liked to look nice and neat, very tidy in that side of it. I want to say always like my Sunday best on sort of thing, just on an average day with that. She's got her hand on her heart, and like I said, it's very loving energy. It's very gentle energy. But for my sign with the hand on the heart is very much to do with love and pride that comes through for you as well. Now, I need to also acknowledge the month of August. So I get the number 8, but I do feel like I am more with the month of August. So whether I've got positive changes coming in around August, but I also feel like I've got the celebration coming in around August as well. So I've got her energy. The grandfather's a little bit more quieter. He is quite happy to sit back and let your grandmother do the talking in that sense as well. He makes me feel like he's quite tall and thin, a bit lanky sort of thing, but I also feel like he had issues around his knees. So I want to say, to me, it's crippling pain when he's trying to walk, but I get the reference to putting on the brave face quite often and just sucking up that pain with that side of it. So I'll leave you with their love and know they're very much around you. I keep hearing the whistling in the distance too, so I feel like at times he could whistle. All right, so I just need to acknowledge that. Excellent. Did you have anything, Darrell, you want to add?
I actually agree with what you're saying. I could actually picture him. I felt like as though he actually had 2 walking canes. So that sort of supports you about his knees or legs. And I actually felt like as though there was another female that was around him as well, but she was a little bit younger. And I also do agree with you. I feel like as though they weren't actually together, this male and that female you were speaking of. And I do feel like as though that chap was tall and skinny, thin. And I feel like as though he had dark hair too, and fairly square-jawed. But I actually feel like as though this other lady that's around her seems to be wanting to give her like a bit of a hug or a bit of a cuddle. So maybe perhaps she needs a bit of love and a bit of light around her.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. All right. So next we have Michelle. You guys can see that one.
Yep.
Michelle says, hi, Darrell and Cherie. We should have changed that before we came on. I didn't think Leanne Annette, I need to know if I'm ready to find love again. Been single for many years and not sure if I should let my guard down. I get yes, honey. What do you guys want to add to that?
Yeah, that you're enough. It's time to actually put that first step out there and just do it. Awesome.
Yeah. You got such beautiful energy as well, hun. So I get by not putting yourself out there, others are missing out on seeing that beautiful energy. So just put yourself out there, trust in yourself, know you deserve to be happy and allow that to take place. You don't need to be guarded, all right? Look at the lessons from the past, okay?
I feel like as though she's got a bit of a trust issue with people, and that's the hard part about it. And that's the hard part about getting new love or making new friends with, so that it can create into love. But what you've got to do is you've got to look at it along the lines of if you feel comfortable with a particular person, then you know you'll be okay. If you feel hesitant towards anybody, then you know then that's your intuition that's saying to you that perhaps not this particular person, and just keep sort of trudging along, because you will find love again. There's no doubt about that. And I don't really feel like as though it's too far away. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's someone that you actually even know or have known in the past. But I also feel around the end of the year, that's probably coming up. That'll be a good time for you. Probably around the end of November. Okay.
Beautiful. Did you want to pull a card, Annette?
Yeah, I do. I really like her. I like everybody. Okay, grounded. Oh, the energies are huge tonight. The references, there's your energy. I might use your words, Darrell. I kind of steal energy, but I'm working out how not to do that. So it's not deliberate. But yeah, you don't have to look in the mirror, Michelle, and think you're not enough. You're so beautiful and so awesome. Partnership came out for you. I'm grounded. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. Exactly what they're saying too. See? Two.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yay.
I just love those cards. I say that every week. They're gorgeous.
Unicorn energy is beautiful.
It is, isn't it? Next, we have the beautiful Mary. She says, does one of my spirit guides have anything for me, please?
I don't all answer at once.
Actually,
I actually feel like...
believe that.
Gee, thanks for that. Yeah, actually, I do feel like one of the spirit guides do have something important to say to this particular person. I feel like it needs to be a lot stronger than what they have been. I feel like as though they need to have the strength from within themselves. And that's the male spirit that I'm actually feeling around them, the spirit guide. I actually feel like as though it's a tower of strength. So therefore, it's sort of giving you strength to be able to go forward and to be able to do the things that you need to do, but also to be confident within yourself to be able to do the things that you want to do. And I feel like it's as if you're holding yourself back, and don't worry too much about your health. I feel like as though you're worrying about things that you shouldn't need to. I feel like as though perhaps even, get checked out, stuff like that, but I don't see anything bad or anything terrible there for you. So don't worry too much about a lot of different things. Just worry about yourself, moving forward and doing the things that you best like in love.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, and did you want to pull a card for Mary?
Yes. My guide was flashing like, listen to this, Annette. I'm like, okay.
You're getting messages in that for yourself. I
was. Imagination. Envision imagination. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. And you have the archangel energy around you too, because I'm scratching here.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's a little bit pixelated.
Was it? Okay. Sorry. How's that?
No, it's fine. Yeah,
that's all right. Yeah, that's okay.
That's a bit better. We get the idea of it. So, guys, just before I forget to mention it as well, so we'd love you to help us spread the love. If you know anybody else that would be interested in watching this, family, friends, send them a message. Let them know that we're on and that they can catch us live and ask questions as well. So we're quite happy to, more the merrier, and to answer as many questions as we can as well. So Phoebe is next. Hi there.
And the other pages. Sorry, Leanne. The other pages.
Oh, yes. Thank you, hun. If you're watching from any other pages, whether it's my Leanne Winston Psychic Medium, Tarot Love and Light, Darrell's Clairvoyant page, to comment live in the broadcast, you do need to jump over to mytimetv.live. You will see the link above the video that you can click on, and it will bring you straight here into the broadcast as well. So thank you for that reminder. So here comes my animals sneaking in to sit and listen as well. So Phoebe just says, hi, is there any spirits with me? Always feeling someone with me all the time. I actually feel like I've got angels around her more so than a loved one. So I want to say, look at the changes you're going through lately, honey, because I just feel like your angels are at work at the moment and there's good things coming your way. Does anybody want to add something else to that?
Well, actually, what I'd like to add is that I see a spirit around this particular person, and I feel like this spirit has been with her ever since she was a child. So if she can speak to her mum, dad, or whatever, because I'd like her to just to try and think back whether she had an imaginary friend or anything like that, because I feel like as though this spirit has been growing up with you right from an early age. And I'm talking probably even, I don't know, about 5 or 6 years old. Goosebumps load me. Anyway, so I just feel like as though this spirit has been growing up with you. I feel it's a boy. And for some funny reason, I feel like as though it's got darkish hair, but it's not black hair. I actually feel like it's more like a dark brown or something like that. And I feel like as though it's around a similar height, similar age. So it may well be that someone that had passed around the time when you were young as well. So ask your mum or dad or anyone around you at that particular time. They might be able to remember anything, and then that way you can connect with it, or you can actually know that they're around. But I actually feel this one's around in the home. So if you hear anything like pitter-patter or any noises around, footsteps, stuff like that, then you'll be more than likely be this particular spirit.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Cool.
And I wouldn't be surprised if she hears, because the whole time, Darrell, you were talking to her about that. My hearing, my senses with that side of it was sort of being quite heightened. So, honey, you may find that you get that buzzing or that humming in your ears. I get the reference to spirits trying to talk to you as well in that way. Okay, So beautiful. Next we have Leonie. Hi, everyone. Anything from my daughter, Sarah? Now, I might start that one off if that's okay. Reading that question just while I was waiting for Darrell to finish on the last lady's question, I felt this very loving energy that came in, a very soft, warm, gentle sort of energy with her. Now, I do feel that your daughter was very much like you in her ways. I want to say the big heart, the loving energy in that side of it. I get the reference to the light singing, the very gentle, soft singing. So I don't know at times if you hear her voice and you hear her sing. I do get the feeling she was here one moment and gone the next. I want to say her passing felt very sudden to her in that way as well. Okay. I also want to acknowledge the birthday that literally has just been or is about to be. So I want to say in the last couple of weeks, or in the next 4 to 6 weeks. I just get the reference to we are celebrating the birthday, and that's her way of acknowledging it as well. I also feel like I've got the passing around somebody else's birthday. So I want to say your daughter's passing was close to somebody else's birthday or around that celebration side of things as well with that, okay? She hears you talk to her, honey. So I always say to people, trust what you feel, you think, you see, you hear, because that is how they communicate with you, okay? But I just get the reference to she's speaking back to you, all right? So I'll leave you with her love and know that she's always around. And at peace is the other thing that I just got reminded, okay? Does anybody have anything else they would like to add to for Leonie?
I think Darrell's going to say it nicely and more experience. Yeah. I get that knowing.
Well, that's nice. Well, I'm glad to hear.
That's the knowing. I learned it.
Actually, I think Leanne's done very well. I think actually done very well there, Leanne. And the big thing about it is that I'm feeling like as though Lonnie needs to not to feel like as though there's anything that she could have done, because a lot of people take on things that they shouldn't need to, and I just feel like as though there's nothing there. She's got a lot of love around her and a that Sarah's got a lot of love for her and will always be there with her. Something about a dog too. Anyway.
A dog. Nice.
Something about a dog. I saw a dog's in spirit with her, so with Sarah. Anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she loved her animals, actually, when you said that. Got that warmth, that connection there. Renee says, hello, do any of you see any big changes for my family in the near future? Please and thank you. I actually feel like I got balance coming in. That was all I was hearing.
That's what I was getting, communication. I felt like as though there needs to be a lot of communication within the family. And I feel like as though there's actually, if there's someone that's away, I feel like there's going to be like a coming together, some sort of, I'm not sure whether it's a celebration, but I actually feel like as though the changes that are coming is actually, everything's all coming together. It's like as if they need to be able to have a lot of communication within each other to make everything mat and everything come together nicely. I don't see anything bad. I actually feel like it's very, very good. Go for it, Annette.
Yeah, pretty much what you guys said, but you say it really nicely. Intention, be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. We can't get where we're going if we don't set clear intentions and speak what we want. We can't expect people to know what we really want unless we tell them. See?
Yeah.
Communication.
It's all around the communication, isn't it? Yeah.
And then miracles, have faith that your miracle's on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how, which is, the shadow self, the 3 stages of ego.
Okay, lovely. It's funny because we're with Renee's energy while you were both talking, and even when I was mentioning things, I can't sit still with her energy. I feel really restless. So, honey, you may just need to sort of come down out of your head and ground yourself as well. Take some nice deep breaths. All right. So, wishing you all the best with that as well.
Go hug a tree.
Hug a tree, that sounds good. Just watch for ants. That's what I did. I hugged a tree and I was covered in ants. I always say to people, watch
and spiders.
What about? Do you think about trees, sentient beings? What's your view on that, Darrell? Leanne, I love this.
What was that again?
About trees being. What's your views on trees being sentient beings?
Trees are a living thing. They can actually be a spirit, really, if you really want to put it down. They can actually be a spirit, and it can be from many different places, same as everything else. It's like there are elementals that are out there that work with the trees and the plants and everything else, and they are a living thing. And, it's funny as if we say it, but when we eat vegetables, we're actually killing vegetables because they do bleed just like us. So, they do, if you really get down to think about it. So trees have a very, very high vibrational connection with spirits, because everything is all on vibrational frequency levels. And if you watch a tree, and if you ever seen the movie Phenomenon with John Travolta, no. That actually explained a little bit about how the trees connect with the spirits, if you really want to put it. You just got to sort of be like-minded to be able to understand it. But the trees were wavering and they were moving in a certain manner, in a certain way, and that can be on the frequency level. And those frequency levels, that actually connects with the spirits. So yes, they can have some form of connection in there.
Well, good, because then I'm not mad. That's awesome.
You have to watch that movie. It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was a good pair.
It was a very good movie.
So excellent. So next we have Josephine would like to know who her spirit guides are.
Why are you all
You're frozen, by the way. You're frozen to me, Darrell. I'm just like,
I just don't move. I don't move very much. But spirit guide.
I can't see. Oh gosh.
I love it.
That's right. You can see me now, okay? And moving? I'll move now. How's that? Is that better?
We can hear you, but you're not moving.
You're frozen.
Oh.
That's okay.
You did that earlier on. You did that earlier on, Leanne. So interesting, man.
I think
I'd like to know spirit guides. I feel like as though there's 2 spirit guides that are around that are prominent. Now I say that they're the ones that are mostly around a person like Josephine at this particular time. And I feel like as though they're there for her emotions and the emotions of love and relationships. I actually feel like as though they're trying to give her love. And it's almost like as if she's in a situation where she needs to get that love and she's not getting it as much as what she should be. And I feel like as though that's what the spirits are trying to do, to guide her with the love and with also the relationships and people that are around her. I feel like as though she's got a lot of love to give to people. And I feel like as though she should be working in the care industry. She should be working with people and around people. She's got a lovely energy and the auric field is great. Just I feel like as though one shoulder might be a little bit achy or sore or something, but I actually feel like as though her energy is really, really nice. Just don't be too scared to be able to use your voice and talk to your spirit guides, because they will answer in many different ways.
Yeah,
okay.
Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you. That was lovely. Amy says, my mum passed away nearly 4 years ago. Does she have any messages for me, please? All right, honey, I actually want to put another baby around you. So your mum's got a baby in waiting. So if it's not for you, it's very much around you with that side of it. I do get there's a lot of I still feel like there's a lot of mixed emotions for you, honey, with mum's passing. So I do feel that you feel her energy around, and she makes reference to coming through in your dreams at times. So I do also need to acknowledge the birthday that is coming up. Now, I don't feel like I've literally just been with this birthday. I want to say it's coming up in the next month or month and a half sort of thing with that side of it. She does show me there's been a lot of changes around you, but she shows me the pride that comes through with that since her passing 4 years ago. Your mum does make me feel like she had a few issues going on in her body. Now, I don't know if she was the cancer reference, but I do need to acknowledge the cancer as well with that side of it. So your mum's just acknowledging them having the cancer being there with that side of it. I look at your dreams too, hon, because I do feel that you connect with your mum in your dreams in that dream state when you're more relaxed. Look at the messages that she is showing you. She's making me feel like she is showing you there is another child still for yourself. So I'm going to leave you with that and wish you all the very best with that side of it. Okay. Does anybody have anything else I'd like to add to that?
I feel like as though there's a male, sorry, Annette, if you're going to jump in then, but I feel like as though there is a male that's with her mother that's in the spirit there as well. And yeah, I agree with everything you said, Leanne. But I just feel like as though she is trying to get a message through, and she's just trying to get that through, not only just the dreams, but don't be surprised if she sits on the end of the bed. So, yeah, so that's all good.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just the knee reference, the knee, she's got a bad knee. Look after your knee.
Okay, lovely. I didn't even take notes of mine hurting then. I love it. Lenore, sorry, honey, if I said that wrong, says, why does spiritual awakening happens with drama?
Oh.
I'm leaving that one to you, Darrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all right. It's easy enough. Look, why does spirit awakening happen with drama? It can happen with drama. It can happen with anything. It might be just the right timing. It might well be that that particular drama that you're going through is what's needed for you to open up. It can actually, does people know about Kundalini? Do you guys know about that?
I was talking about this today. Isn't that a huge awakening? What a process. It's awesome. Okay, be quiet.
With the Kundalini, it's part of your spiritual awakening, okay? That can actually be activated by through drama, as you want to call it, or emotions that's usually derived from the drama. So spiritual awakening, if your Kundalini changes in any slight way, that'll actually affect your spiritual awakening. It actually enhances the spiritual abilities that everybody has. I mean, everyone's got spiritual abilities or intuition. There's many different terminology for it. So if the spiritual awakening happened with drama, I think that is a normal, natural thing. But for some people, it might be a little bit. For others, it may be a lot. And remember, everyone's different. And so it can happen in many different ways. But yeah, I can't see why not with drama.
Yeah.
Okay. Through your emotions. Everyone's emotions.
It's very interesting.
You all understood that, didn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Seek guidance and get some support and speak it out, write it in a diary, because it's really hard to, it just bottles.
And that's the thing, when we've got intuition and it's becoming more to the forefront, more present sort of thing, I think it's really important for people to acknowledge it, not to shut it off, because we seem to see a lot more people coming through with anxiety and depression when they're trying to close it down. So sometimes that stuff just needs to be acknowledged to move on, sort of thing, just them knowing that they're there. Other times you'll get messages that will come through. So I remember myself being woken up most nights by spirit until I started acknowledging them. My husband thought I was crazy. I had him checking the doors and the windows at night to make sure nobody had broken in. So
okay. My wife just gave up. She would always hear me talking to myself. Well, actually, I wasn't talking to myself. I was talking to them. It still happens.
Yeah. Actually, I did that last night, laying on the floor. I was talking to spirit. My husband just must go, oh, God, again. So beautiful. All right, next we have Darrell says, do you have any messages from my mum, please? She has been passed for 13 years this year and I miss her so much. Honey, I get that she knows that you miss her, and I get the frustration. I feel like I'm stuck for words. So I want to say Mum found it very hard to speak those words before her passing. I get there's extreme pride and love that comes through for you, honey. I also feel like I need to say focus on the study book. So whether you're looking at studying or you are studying at the moment, I just get the reference to that's where your energy needs to be sitting at the moment. I also want to say look at the overseas trip. So whether you're looking or wanting to go to Europe, she says it's about planning the trip and the need to take that time for you and experience that stuff while you're still young. I do feel like you've got some big milestones coming up that you will be celebrating soon, and she makes reference to saying that she will be there every step of the way and be beside you holding your hand. All right, so please know there's a lot of love. I want to say she is so proud. I don't know how to put words to the feelings that she's given me, but my heart is just so warm with love for yourself and what you've achieved and the beautiful young woman that you have turned into. All right, she is so proud and has always followed, been your biggest supporter and followed you all the way through from the other side. All right. Does anybody else want to add to that?
No,
I actually feel like as though, I feel like as though her mum's trying to push her a little bit too. I feel like as though she needs to make some changes in her life, and I feel like as though they're good changes, not bad. I feel like as though she's got good ideas, and her mum's just sort of trying to push her to say, hey, look, your ideas are good. How about going into it and doing them?
Yeah, believe in yourself, honey. Okay. You picking up anything there, Annette?
Yeah, and I'm also being told to mind my own business. I'm actually listening to my guides.
Okay. All
What
right.
I say is, when I'm to mind my own business, and I'm not to speak because they're wise. So I'm not speaking about it. Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Next, we have the lovely Sin. She says, hi, all. I have a friend that recently lost her husband. Can you tell her if Mick is around her at the moment? He passed 5 months ago, and Jill is in the UK. Thank you, guys. Would somebody like to take that one? I get yes.
You guys can do that
I
one.
get yes.
Yes. All right. I'm drawn to yes, very much there. Very much makes his presence known, but I do feel at times that she misses those things. I get focus on the bigger picture, so I get frustration comes through with him. So, Jill, I don't know if at times that your husband sort of tried to have you look at things for yourself rather than having him do it in that sense. I feel like he was preparing you for his death in that sense, that he wanted you to be able to stand strong and know that you will be okay. He says he's got every faith in you. Now, I also feel like you need to be banking decisions very shortly where you're making changes in your life. He says it's okay to make those changes. So I don't know if you're looking at moving or selling or changing the house in itself. I get there's a few little things that he is wanting you to look at in that side of it. Okay. You feel him lay beside you at night. So I do feel that you know his presence is there and he is very much around you. He's got a beautiful big heart, a loving soul is the reference that I get with that. I do feel that he could be a little bit stubborn at times and dig his heels in, but he also shows me that he could sit there and laugh at the fact that he could do that and just irritate you a little bit as well with that. So I want to leave you with his loving smile, and you felt him tap you on the shoulder. So whether there's times that you've felt that tap and you've sort of looked and there's nothing there, please know that that is him there with you. Okay, so I'll leave you with his love. All right. Thank you, Sin, for asking that for her. Next, we have Chris. Get this comment to come up. Wondering if my grandparents are with me and if we will be going to college. If so, thank you, Becca. Okay. Does somebody want to take that?
Annette. Annette's going to have a go in a minute. Come on, Annette. You're going to have a go.
Sorry, I'm tuning in there and trying to remove Sin's friend's energy. College is definitely yes. I'm wondering if my grandparents are with me. Yes, the male is because he's itching me and they're flickering again. What else would you do with that? Spirit guides, they're actually guiding you. Cool. They're guiding you. Yes, they are with you. Yeah, I know. It's awesome, isn't it, Darrell, when it comes through for me?
That's good.
Yeah, and
I
they
love
are.
the way her face lights up. She gets the information.
They've always, they're definitely guiding her, but that's all I get.
Yeah,
cool.
I get wisdom with the grandparents, so I do feel they were very wise, very educated in that side of it, and they are very much pushing you into that college energy, and I think you're going to do amazing things, honey. So thank you, Becca, for asking. It's wonderful.
Very proud they are.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's got indigestion. Okay, let's go. Ebony, sorry. Okay, the screen moved on me. Hi, guys. Would love some guidance with my relationship and my future. Am I on the right, healthy path? Actually, can I touch on I want to start with the health side of it, honey, because as I was bringing up your comment, I kept getting the indigestion, and I take it on as an impasse. So I want to say, look at the stress in your life at the moment and look at the way your body is reacting. I do feel that you're holding on to that stress around your stomach, but I also want to say, look at your diet. I feel like I kept tasting lettuce or something green in that side of it. So I just feel like there's something at the moment that is irritating you a little bit, and it's sort of in heightened at the moment. So just look at that side of it. But besides that, I want to say yes to healthy path. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to touch on?
Yeah, Darrell's looking at me. I can read you now, Darrell, where you're looking. Sometimes we can be too healthy. Like, I'm a full health kick. I'm always lecturing everybody on organic chocolate, coconut water, all sorts of stuff, full on organic. But sometimes you can be too committed. I know that you can be too committed to being too healthy, and your body size and the way you are is just perfect, just the way you are. That's all I've got to say.
So you're saying I can have normal chocolate?
Golly gosh. Yes, you can have normal chocolate. Organic is so much healthier for you.
But it's got sprinkles.
But it's not real, Leanne. It's not real.
Oh, I know. It's bloody tasty.
It's just sugar. It's
all right. It's just tasty. That's all right. It's nice.
That's it.
It's just like my little Easter egg. It's all yummy. Very nice.
Yeah. Beautiful. We come prepared.
But with some guidance in their relationship in the future, I actually feel like as though, look, what I try to tell everybody is that if they're hesitant towards anybody, then the answer is usually no. So give a little bit of thought about where she is and what she's doing in regards to the relationship she's in, and look at where you want to be and where you want to go. I often say to people that if they're in a relationship already, I say to people, okay, would you be with this person, or do you want to be with this person 8 hours a day, or 7 days a week, 24 hours a day? If you can be with that person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the rest of your life, then that's the right person for you. But if you have any hesitance and anything else, then you need to communicate about it and talk about it and sort about it, so that way you know you're going in the right direction with the relationship. But I feel like as though you'll have the right person going into your life, and whether it's the one you're with now or whether it's one coming up, I actually feel like as though there is a soul mate around her at the particular moment.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
So there we go. Excellent. Thank you. Next we have Jen. She says, any messages from my spirit guides, please, guys. Darrell?
Yeah, Jen, well, I love this.
Yeah,
Actually, do you know how I was talking to you before about spirit guides as in animals? I actually feel like as though there's a bear spirit guide around this particular person. Jen, I believe that you need to be a lot stronger from within yourself, and the bear spirit usually indicates that you need to have that strength from within yourself to be able to do the things that you've been wanting to do. And I just feel like as though there are a couple of other spirit guides around you. So I actually see about 3 or 4. And most times I only see about 2, but I've got about 4 around you. I see an Native American Indian female that's a squaw. So there's a lot of love that needs to be with you and around you. And there was a bear, and then I feel like as though there's like an Egyptian male, but I don't feel like as though he's a high up Egyptian male. I actually feel like as though he's just a person who does a lot of work. So therefore, I feel like as though he's trying to encourage you to do more work and to be able to get into the work that you really feel happy with and doing. And the other one's actually standing back, but I feel like as though it's to do with medicine, something like that. So if you're into doing anything along the lines of the care industry, whether it's on medicine type of thing or anything like that, then that's a good way to go. It's something to do with medicine around you. And that's what spirit guides are basically saying. Keep up the work that you're doing, but just start listening to yourself a little bit more, and also listen to them. They'll give you guides in many different ways. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you. And Cin's just saying she spread the love as far as the UK. Thank you, honey. We appreciate that. And next we have Nina says, hi all. Hi all. Have you got any messages from me from my loved ones that have passed? I actually get a father figure, honey, around you, and I do feel like I've got a big, strong father figure with that. So big personality, big in life sort of thing with that. I get the reference to he has a lot of guidance, a lot of knowledge in that side of it, and I get a very soft spot for you with that side of it. So I do feel that you are missing him lately. So I want to say this is Dad for you. I do feel a very strong, loving father-daughter relationship there as well with that. I also feel like when things are a little bit up and down, you would lean on Dad for his advice and his comfort in that side of it. He's just showing me that things have been a little bit up and down lately, and it's the reference that he is still very much there. So speak to him, honey, because he is showing me that he is still there to give you that guidance with that. He has a female figure with him as well. So I want to say Mum feels like she's in spirit, and I get a quiet, gentle energy with her, very loving as well. I feel like they were inseparable at times. So I want to say that where one would be, the other would be, as much as they possibly can. So can I please leave you with that? And I need to acknowledge the month of July and September. So I feel like I've got birthdays coming up there in the family for you guys as well. All right. Does anybody have anything else I'd like to add to that?
No, you've done all right. That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Fun tonight, by the way. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
I love it. I might let somebody else take this one. Sharon says, we'll see and I get back together. So she's asking about a man.
Should I just pull a card, or
you shall?
Do you want to say it, Darrell?
No, go for it. Your turn. You go for it.
You just want to say it? I'm not. I like to just be sure that's straight there. Balance. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. So that's clearing your solar plexus, spreading your wings, and maybe doing you.
Yeah, Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you. Next, we have Nicole. Well, you got your cards at home because this is a guidance question. Would you like to draw Nicole a card? I think I need some guidance at the moment.
Did you have something to say to the other lady or not?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You're doing all right. You're doing all right. Just keep going.
Nicole, you jumped out too. That's pretty cool. Miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender to the how. So let go a little bit. Go with the flow. The energies are huge. It's going to happen for you. It just feels like it's not going to. Meow, but it will.
My pussycat has come to say hello. More like let me out the door because the child won't.
But connection with the universe as well. Your intuition's really kicking in as well. This is cool though.
Trust in yourself, honey, as well, as the reference I get there. So,
yeah, I was getting the intuition, same as Annette was saying. That I think the intuition is very, very important for people to listen to, and I think that that lady has got quite good intuition. Probably into the point where she should be actually checking it all out and seeing what she can do with it.
Cool.
Wonderful. All right, I'm going to put this question up and read it, and I'm going to turn around and let the cat out the door before he attacks me. Okay, evening lovelies. I would love to know if there is any change in my guardian angels. Could you Chance could tell me if they know who stole my mother's jewelry. Was it a family member or supposed to be a family friend? Thank you in advance. Okay. Would you like to take that, Darrell? I'm just going to turn around.
Oh, guardian angels. Yes, you've got a very, very nice male guardian angel that's around you. And I actually feel like as though the jewelry seems to be not necessarily a family member. I actually feel like it actually is like a family friend or someone that one of the family members had known. I do feel like as though it is still around for some reason or other. I do feel like as though it is within reach. Now, I don't exactly understand what that means, but I feel like as though that piece of jewelry or whatever it is still in reach of being able to get it back. So perhaps you need to do a little bit of investigating and asking some people in regards to it, because you've got a good possibility you may get that back. Okay.
Yeah, wonderful.
Annette, do you want to add something to that?
Oh, look, I agree. I got halfway there, and that's just awesome. I couldn't work out between the family. No, it was a friend, but yeah. So what you just said makes really good sense. I know in my brain.
Okay.
I think it comes down to timing too.
No, Darrell.
Sorry, I was a bit slow on that one, wasn't I?
No, that's okay, Leanne. That's right. You were letting the cat out.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't in the bag, though, was it?
I'm thinking, hey, what? No, it wasn't in a bag. He wouldn't sit still long enough for a bag. His head's looking better this week, so that's good. Now, I'm not even going to try and say that. Is it T? I am going to try and say that. Is it TR?
TU.
TR?
No, TU, I think. TU.
Yeah. You did well. Any messages on life purpose and ascendance processes? Thank you. Ascensions. Aha,
Do you know what that means?
Yep.
With it, This is interesting because I don't know what they consider the ascension, because ascension is when you increase up into, like I'll explain about the ascended masters. The ascended masters were beings that were upon this earth that have ascended into the spirit world, and they don't necessarily have to come back again, although they have actually ascended up into there. So to me, I'd say that this person's asking for a life purpose on ascension from going forward and finding out what's going on in their life to be able to go forward in there. I feel like there's travel there. I feel like there's movement. They need to be able to start looking at where they want to be in, say, 5 years' time or even a couple of years' time. I feel like this, even 2 years is very important to this particular person. I feel like it's actually very good with their hands. They need to be able to start doing things. I actually feel like as though the life purpose for this one is to be able to help people and to work with people and that's why I'm getting my hands were working, and that's usually like helping people, steering them in the direction they need to go. So I'm assuming that this particular person is actually very good at communication and is very good at being able to talk to people, so you can guide other people into the way that where they need to go in their lives. So reflect on where you've been, look at that and think, okay, I don't need to go back anymore. I can go forward and go the direction that I need to go and not worry about everything in the past. So I feel like the ascension part of it, it's up to you to create it. And I feel like it's up to you to be able to put that foot forward and to go the direction that you're actually looking at going. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just sort of not even here at the particular moment for some reason. But just move forward and just go in the direction you need to go. You know, I feel like there's a lot of vibrations around this particular person too.
Yeah, my foot's into dipping, so that means they're in two realms at once, and it's like, ooh, I'm floaty again.
Yeah, I feel like I just need to be at Mother Earth, Mother Nature with this person. So to me, it's that feeling, got to be out with the earthy sort of side of stuff. Yeah, beautiful.
Walk around bare feet.
Yeah,
actually, you could put both feet on a heap of hematite like I do.
Have you got that under you?
Yeah, I'm in full rows of hematite.
Lovely. So Michelle says, evening all, I have a huge decision to make. Any guidance? I actually feel like you have made the decision on that soul level, honey.
Bingo.
It's letting the head catch up, so to speak. All right. So I get moving forward in a big way and in a positive way with that. So to me, it's a feeling you're not going to look back. It's just pushing those boundaries and stepping through that fear. And when that curtain rises, things are going to be a lot more loving and more shiny light sort of energy with that side of it. Okay. Does anybody have anything else with that?
I agree with what you said. I actually feel like as though she already has the idea of what's going on and has made the decision. I just feel like as though she gets the strength to be able to keep going forward and just go with the decision that you've made.
Yep. Don't let others around you affect you either in that decision making. So whether you're trying to protect others or worry about what others are thinking, I just feel like it's all got to be about you, honey.
Yeah, Annette, people can confuse you.
Yeah.
To know that she's still worthy and she's still good enough and still beautiful. Nothing can take that away. Jealousy's a funny thing.
Yeah, I feel like there's a teacher energy in her. So if she's not a school teacher, I feel like she teaches others, educates people.
She's always kind to everybody. Her eyes are just beaming out of kindness.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So wishing all the best with that, honey. You know, I just think you've already done it, you know. Brandy says, I believe they are. I'm not too sure what that one is about, but let's go to the comment underneath. Hello, any messages for me at all would be mostly appreciated, feeling a bit up and down. Now, my first thought reading that was a lot of that up and down energy at the moment is to do with this unsettled universal energy that is playing havoc with a lot of us at the moment. So I want to say just allow the energy to ride out and things will start to flow in that way. And then, do you want to pull a card? So you're having trying to have a drink.
Oh, good. Brianna, look, you can't have that many cards, but we'll just quickly have a look through. Patience, pause before you take action. Anger, safely express your anger. Celebration and gentleness. So that just means overall, go that one and that one. It's safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all your emotions as sacred, which means with the energy that Leanne's saying, just you don't have to always be. You can express your anger. It's okay, but then you can express your anger in a gentle way to be kind to yourself and others. Speak words of love, not words of nastiness.
Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you for that. All right, guys. Well, we're just on out of time again. I can't believe the hour has gone so fast once again. It has, hasn't it? It's crazy.
It's gone very fast, huh?
With the amount of comments that we have, we could do this all night, but some of us do need to go to bed occasionally.
Sometimes.
I need to take. I'm going to eat the cake.
You're going to have cake, are you?
I am. After I've preached all the healthy food, I'm going to eat cream and caramel and vanilla cake.
Oh, nice. Sounds
before
great.
we go, can I actually say something? What I'd like everyone out there to do, if they're all listening out there, I'd like everyone just to take a step back, think about what they're doing in their lives. And, the main thing I say to people is that if you've really got a problem or, you really need to think about something, think about what you would give or advice you would give to somebody if they were going through exactly the same thing that you are. If you can tell them of what advice you can give to them, then take that on board for yourself too. Because sometimes you can actually solve your own problems and to be able to go forward in the direction that you need to go by taking that step back.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. That's well put. I like that. So
nice.
Excellent. All right, guys. So what have we got coming up over the next few weeks? Darrell, what have you got coming up?
Well, haven't we got that the big psychic mind, body and psychic expo that's coming up? I think it's June 22nd, 23rd. And I'll be in, my wife and Tracy will be in site 110. And then after that, we've got our Ely Road Hall Fair, which is on the 29th of June. They're the main ones that are coming up.
Yeah, beautiful. And then Annette and I are at the Psychic Fair on number 37 or 36. I can't remember which one it is. It's 14. It's on the end, 14 and 37 or 14 and 36.
We're one of them.
Yeah, we will be there.
Not far from the stage or the front door where I am normally every year. So Annette and I and Roz will be there, and my parents with all the stock and stuff as well. So we've got that. I have rescheduled last week's show that I had to cancel due to illness. So that is now going to be the 12th. Wednesday night, the 12th of June. So I will be sending out emails in the morning, letting those people that have purchased tickets know that. And if you are interested in buying a ticket for the Murray Bridge show, please let me know. And then I'll be are you at Ely Road?
Yep.
Annette as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That's right.
Someone told me that. But yes.
So Ely Road, and then Darrell and myself are going to start. We are in the very early stages of planning some shows, and I think it's all right to let on now, isn't it, Darrell? That
yes, I was just going to suggest that. Yeah.
So the July the. No, I am on the right month, aren't I? July the 27th, off the top of my head. Right. And that will be held out at Ely Road at Craigmore as well.
The Ely Road Hall.
Yep. So we will be doing a live show where Darrell will do his thing and I will do mine, and then we will do some questionnaires and stuff, and we're going to have some stall holders and stuff available there on the day. I think Annette's joining us for that, or haven't I not asked you?
You can ask me now. I accept, should I say? Yeah, that I'm
Beautiful. I know we threw your name up somewhere along the line, so in the planning. So keep your eyes out.
We'll probably do some readings in the at the beginning of it, beforehand, and then also afterwards as well. So we might get some mini ones going in there.
Yeah.
And we haven't worked out the times yet.
No, we literally have only started putting all this together, so we haven't even got the advertising out there yet. But this will be coming.
Will there be food?
You and your food, Annette.
Carrot sticks for you.
I love that. It's sensational. I love it.
I haven't got any no cakes for you, young lady. No cakes.
Oh, I'll bring lots.
I love it. But this isn't going to be just something that's going to be a once-off either. We are planning of coming south, north, east, west, you name it, we would look at it. So if you've got an area near you that you think you'd like, or people would be interested in having us come and do our thing on stage, certainly drop Darrell or myself a inbox and let us know, because we're open to suggestions. So any ideas you've got that you think, or any venues that you know might like to host us, certainly let us know about that too. We're certainly happy to hire halls and different stuff as well. So I'm really looking forward to that at the same time. All right. So, Darrell, would you like to tell everybody the best way for them to contact you if they would like to book in for a reading or whatnot, please?
The easiest way for me is just to type in Clairvoyant Darrell in Google, and it goes just about everywhere. But I'm on Facebook with Clairvoyant Darrell. My website is www.clairvoyantdarrell.com. So, yeah, you can pretty much get me anywhere. And then I'm out and about in some of the other places, like the fairs that we go to. And, yeah, so it's pretty easy to get me. Just type in Clairvoyant Darrell. That's it.
Excellent. And what about yourself, Annette?
Tarot, love and light at the moment. That's good. And I specialise. I am getting better. The pictures are now moving. But, thank you. Photo readings is my forte at the minute. If you want a reading, contact these guys. Am I right? These guys? Doing it a dare.
No, I'm in the middle. You're on the side.
Oh,
okay.
Is that better?
Other way. Other way.
I'm down underneath you, Annette, and then Leanne's to my left. So we're all over the place here.
My time structure doesn't work anyway. Yeah, I don't do
Just
full readings at the moment. When I'm ready, I will.
Yep, that way.
But if you need a question,
that'll work. It'll work. Anything will work.
Bloody golly, I mean, far out.
We'll go with
If you need specific questions, I can do those quite easily. And with the photos, I can rock and roll with that too.
Yeah, excellent. And you can always find me on Leanne Winston psychicmedium.com or Leanne Winston Psychic Medium as the Facebook page as well. So please try not to inbox us with you're wanting free questions answered. We all do one question readings and upwards from that side of it. So certainly do respect our boundaries with that, because our inboxes do get very flooded after shows in that sense. If you want to know how to make a booking in that, certainly inbox us and we can help you with that side of it as well. Now, guys, you're going to join me next Tuesday, please. I asked nicely.
I will. Yeah, I don't mind.
Beautiful. Awesome. And they're excellent. Wonderful.
Thinking about cake.
All right. Yep. She's in a hurry to go for a cake. Beautiful. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining in. Please remember to share the love and let people know they can catch the replay. And if you are catching the replay, put #replay. Let us know where you're that you're catching that replay. Don't be afraid to hashtag and let us know where you're from as well, so we can monitor how far we are going. But it's lovely to see people join us from all over the world tonight. Thank you. Thank you, lovely people, for joining me for once again for another lovely show. And we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, ladies, for having me too.
You're very welcome. It's our pleasure. And go on.
That's right. I was just going to say thanks to you guys, but also to everybody out there that's watching too. So I really do appreciate everyone coming on board. It's really good.
Yeah, and it's great to see some new names popping up as well as regular ones as well. So thank you for holding such a beautiful space with us for the hour. All right, take care, and we look forward to seeing you next show. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Snap.